Hello and welcome to this week's tutorial on Adobe InDesign. This week we're going to be taking a look at adding page numbers to our document. The version of InDesign I'm going to be using is the Creative Cloud version. However, the steps I will be showing you, you will be able to perform in older versions of InDesign as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at the document we have set up. I'm going to go ahead and go to my Pages panel. And as you notice here, I have 20 pages set up into my document as a multi-page layout. And if you don't have your Windows panel available, go up to your Windows command on your main taskbar and make sure Pages is checkmarked. I have the pages set up as facing pages, and facing pages simply just means that it's in spread form or spread layout, so that pages 2 and 3 are side by side as if you're looking directly at a publication in your hand. Now, one of the things we are going to want to do on this document is add page numbers to it. And InDesign makes it really easy to add page numbers to your document. So I'm going to go ahead and check on page 2 here, for example. And I'm going to go into my layers palette because I have multiple layers set up in my document. I always put text up in my uppermost layer, only because I prefer to have text always be on the top so nothing gets covered up accidentally by an image. So with my text layer active, I'm going to go ahead and grab my type tool. And I'm going to draw out a text box, and I'm going to go ahead and center this text. And in order to add a page number in InDesign, you go up to the type command, insert special character, markers, and then in this case we're going to select current page number. And you'll notice it doesn't look like anything is there, and that is because I have a character style applied to that, where if I put this over top of this blue box I have created, you'll now notice the page number is in place. So what we have here is we have page 2 created. I'm just going to go ahead and resize this box so the text is centered inside of there, and move this down a little bit. And then you'll notice we have page 2. And automatically, by using that command of inserting the current page number, InDesign will look at what page you are currently on, in this case page 2, and put the appropriate page number there. So let's go ahead and copy this. And I'm going to come over here to page 3. I'm going to paste it and put it over here. You'll now notice it says page 3 on our document. So by using the page numbering command, we can easily add page numbers to our document. But there is a downside to putting page numbers directly on the pages themselves, and that's if, for example, we go down to page 4 and 5 now, you'll notice there are no page numbers on these pages. So if we apply that command directly to the pages themselves, we would have to put those page numbers on every single page. Fortunately, InDesign has a very powerful tool built in called the master pages, and that's where we are going to put these page numbers at. So I'm going to go ahead and grab these page numbers, select one. I'm going to hold down my shift key and click on the number 3. That selects both of them at the same time. I'm just going to go ahead and make sure these are aligned together and space them down here just a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and do a copy, or Command C. And now I'm going to actually come up here to my master pages, and I'm going to go ahead up here to master page A, for example. And I'm going to go ahead and do an edit, paste in place. And you'll now notice that our numbers on our pages have turned to letters. And that's because when you're applying master or page numbers to a master page, it's going to look at the prefix that's in front of that master. In this case, we're on the print master, and it has the A prefix, so it's going to show a letter A there as the page number. And if we come over here to the right, you'll notice the page A again. But now if we go down to our documents, you'll notice here's page 2, and we keep scrolling down, page 4, and page 6. So now every new page we add that has this master applied to it will automatically have the page numbers on it. So it makes it very useful to make multi-page documents and have your page numbers automatically appear by putting them onto your master page layout. Now let's say, for example, we're going to have a couple masters going. So I have another master created here. I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And the only difference on this master is this is going to be a different section of the publication. So it has the red title bars to coincide with the red of the web section. And I'm going to go ahead and add page numbers on this master as well. So I'm going to go ahead and do edit, paste in place. And now you'll notice it has a B there as the page number. And the reason that is because if we look up here in our masters, and the web master has a B prefix in front of it. So now if we want to add this master to one of these other pages, let's say for example pages 6 and 7 is going to start this section of our publication, I can go ahead and hold down the shift key and click to highlight the entire spread. I'm going to click and hold and drag it down. Now if I just drop it here, for example, and release, all it's going to do is put the B master on page 6 and not page 7. Because if you notice here, B master is applied here, but not over here. We still have the A master applied, and that's not what we're wanting to do. So I'm going to go ahead and undo that change. I'm going to click and drag again, but this time I'm going to hold it down until, if you come right into the correct spot on InDesign, you'll notice now that both pages are highlighted with a black outline. So now if I release, the B master is applied to both of those pages. And if I come down to page 6 and 7, we now have page 6 with the red bar behind it, and also page 7. So this is a very useful way to adding page numbers to your document. And I would highly recommend, if you're using a multi-page document with several pages involved that require page numbering, you go ahead and put those page numbers on the master page itself. And that way you do not have to continue to add those page numbers on each new page you create as your document continues to grow in size. So once again, just to recap, in order to create your page numbers, I'm going to be on my master page here. I'm going to go ahead and take off my character style here just so you can go ahead and see the page number when I put it in place. I'm going to draw out a text box. And once again, you go up underneath the type menu, insert special character, markers, then current page number. And then I'll put your current page number in place. You can apply it to the master or to individual pages, but on a multi-page document, I would recommend setting it up on the master page. I thank you for your time, and hopefully you got some valuable information out of this tutorial, and we'll see you next week.